Knicks stinking it up. Stinking it up. What are they doing? Y'all really stinking it up right now, man. 3:37 left in the fourth quarter. Knicks down 8. Seems like deja vu from the other night. These cats over here getting all drunk on in La La Land. You lose the Lakers, then the Clips. Come on, dogs. What's up with y'all? We trying to win, man. Shit. Come on in. Another turnover. What's that, like 20 something turnovers? 20 plus. Jones Jr. be getting up, man. Another turnover, bro. This is the closest y'all got all fourth quarter is 8 points. Every time y'all get within 8 points, y'all throwing mad turnovers. What the dilly, yo? Come on, man. Look, leave them open for the three. Better not have made that. Would have snapped on everybody. No more turnovers, y'all. Come on. Shooting yourselves in the damn foot. There we go, Josh. And one. And one. Chump. Yeah. And one. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. Yeah. Yeah. Talking about how. Was riding that bull coattails the whole drive. What do we have here? Knicks down 6. 2:36 left in the fourth quarter. Midnight Express, man. Midnight Express, baby. That like button, yo. Wipe your feet on the rug before you walk up in this crib. Josh Hart at the free throw line. Shooting one, making a 3-point play. And he makes it. Knicks down 5. Let's see if they still in La La Land. Now you within 5 points, Knicks. What you gonna do with it? Gonna get a stop? You gonna get a stop? You gonna get a stop? Come on, yo. You let him go straight. All right, out of bounds. Our ball. Let's go. Ooh, he getting up slow. What kind of drive was that he did? He laughing it off though. He laughing it off. Come on, JB. That's what you do. Oh my God. Every time the Knicks get close, every time the fucking New York Knicks get close, they either turn the ball over or they do a stupid ass foul and they let the other team score on them. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. 2 minutes left in the game. Now y'all down 7 instead of 5. And y'all had the rock. Y'all had the rock. Come on. What's wrong with these guys? Shout out to Plaxico Burress, one of my favorite wide receivers in the all-time NFL history. But when he shot himself in the leg in that restaurant, fucked me up, man. Same way the Knicks is fucking me up now. I'm scared to look at my FanDuel ticket. I'm scared. Oh my God. Left him open 4, open 3. Oh my God. 6-point lead turns to a 9-point lead. He left him wide open for that shit. You gotta be kidding me. About to turn this game off. Knicks is sliding just like the Pistons. Big diff is the Pistons can slide because they like well in front of first place. They well in front of the Boston Celtics and the New York Knicks. So even if they're losing, the Knicks are losing too. Can't even buy a bucket in this game, man. The Claw about to go back to the locker room happy, man. You mean to tell me y'all smacked the San Antonio Spurs around, y'all smacked the Denver Nuggets around, lose to OKC, lose to the Lakers, lose to the Clippers? Come on. All elite teams right there. But when you get to the 2 LA teams, you just can't figure it out. Y'all is really in La La Land, dogs. Fuck. I don't care. I don't care about that dunk. Yeah, we about to skip out of this game right here. We about to put this game on a shelf. I'm about to put this one on ice, y'all. Knicks have lost in LA again. Back at it, you know what I mean? Like a Craftmatic, Midnight Express, man. What we doing? You know what I'm saying? Knicks need milk. This game over. I don't know why I'm still looking at it. Don't know why. I just am. I'm just watching it. That's it. That's all I know. T. Lou. Little T. Lou in the building. Shout out to T. Lou. T. Lou and them. I'm surprised they didn't call over and back on that fool. All right, there we go. Too little, too late. Too little, too late. I have no faith in the Knicks coming back in this game. I have no faith in y'all coming back in this game. He tried to push him into the little one. Funny moment. He gonna make both free throws now because it's all in fun now. You know what I mean? He have always missed that shit. Thought he was having fun with it. Hold on. Do the Knicks have a chance? I doubt it. Highly unlikely. They're gonna come back and make this a game with 47 seconds and they down by 6. If he makes his free throw, they're down by 7. Cuckoo, they're down by 7. Off the glass, Brunson for the deuce. Why they fouling Garland? Like they fouled him twice purposely just now. I know he got to be like a 80% or up at the street light. Makes the first one. 6-point lead again. This is some bullshit. Ooh, misses the second one. Okay. They gained some ground. Are they going to hit another 3? Who knows? I wouldn't care if they hit another 3, though. Because they still got to make a stop on the other end. Egregious. So egregious. So damn egregious. Bull got the wispy hair. Yo, the Knicks about to lose this game, yo. There's no doubt in my mind. Y'all about to be 41-25. Y'all about to be tied with Cleveland, yo. And slightly ahead of them by like a half a game. Toronto on their heels. Philly on their heels. Mm. 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 Big Body Brunson played good today, but he had a lot of turnovers. A lot of turnovers. Landry Shamet, you missing a lot of threes, man. I don't like that shit, man. I don't like that, Landry. You're missing a lot of threes. Told you this all over, yo. It's all over. What are y'all even trying to figure out at this time of the season, man? It's almost game time, dog. Playoffs is in like a couple weeks. No matter how many shots the other team miss, New York just cannot capitalize. 2 nights in a row. Sup with that, man. Vicious. Yeah, this joint over, y'all. Pass over. Whew. Glad. I don't know what that's about, but what? They be thirsty on these joints nowadays. Thirsty. Shorty thirsty, yo. Super thirsty, son. See how thirsty these shorties is? You know what I mean? And they winning right now. They winning right now. You know what I mean? They winning right now. They definitely winning right now, yo. You know what I'm saying? They the winners. They the winners right now. You know what I mean? And if you send her a dick pic, she gonna report your ass. She gonna report your ass. You know what I'm saying? She, you know what I mean? You can't say nothing about her ass in public. She gonna cuss you out. Yeah. It's a Dunyan. It's a Dunyan. What? She doing the most. I ain't mad at her though. Because they winning. They winning.
Corey. Paranoid, welcome to the producer's corner. Satori. Yeah, Graham's dope. Get ready for dopeness.
I know those guys.
2 minutes of Nick Van Exel, bro, a.k.a. Nick the Quick. Oh, my God, bro. Do your research, man. Brother was
Nick
swift. Tween, bounce. Oh, my God.
That guy.
Dime. Man's just having fun, bro. Behind the back to himself. Dime, tween, up and under lane. Watch the fake dime. What type of chips do you like?
And it's like right before Kobe got there, too.
Behind the back dime. That's a dime, bro.
Straight wizard.
For real.
You know
like, look at these passes, son. Oh, my
you
God. 3-ball. Pull up in the fast lane. Yeah, I was in tune with Nick Van Exel as a kid. I ain't even gonna cap. Flotation, device. Oh, my God. Fake lay. You might as well get bounced.
I'll bring sushi rolls to your studios, then bust the Tukey pose on you groupie hoes. King Battle.
Man, he doing the most.
What? No.
Trying to get himself right for Shorty, you know what I mean? For Shorty with the ass out, you know what I mean?
You know motherfucking well them damn dumbbells too heavy. In there shaking like a...
My name is Roxanne. I don't say no, I just a cold rock a party and I do the show. I said I met these 3 guys and you know it's true. Let me tell you and explain them all to you. I met this dude with the name of a hat. I didn't even walk away, I didn't give him no rest. But then he got real mad and he got a little tired. If he works for me, you know he would be fired. He wears a Kangol and that is cute, but he ain't got the money and he ain't got the loot. My name is Roxanne. I don't you know I just a cold rock a party and I do this show. I said I'm a
She said she perfect.
I gotta take a shit.
Yeah. Nunu said she
I gotta
perfect,
take a
yo.
shit, and I'm scared to take a shit in a public bed, though.
This how Nunu getting y'all attention.
You can't even tell that I gotta take a shit.
That's how Nunu do,
But
y'all.
I gotta take a shit. I'm scared.
That's how Nunu
These bathrooms be dirty.
For the 2026, you know what I mean?
I gotta take a shit, and then the guy I'm with, I don't want to know that I took a shit.
They winning. That's how Nunu is out here with it.
I gotta take a shit.
I ain't mad.
I gotta take a shit.
You like it, I love it.
I gotta take a shit, and I'm scared to take a shit in a public bed, though.
This is
You can't even tell that I gotta take a
Express.
shit. But I gotta take a shit. I'm scared.
We just
These bathrooms be dirty.
You know, on our late night
I gotta take a shit, and then the guy I'm with, I don't want to know that I took a shit.
Tonight's episode
I gotta take a shit. I gotta take a shit, and I'm scared to take a shit in a public bed, though. You can't even tell that I gotta take a shit.
Very nice.
But I gotta take a shit.
Very nice.
I'm scared. These bathrooms be dirty.
You know what I mean?
I gotta take a shit, and then the guy I'm with, I don't want to know that I took a shit.
Man, you like it. No biting. No biting allowed. You know what I mean? No biting allowed. Come on the strength of your own shit. You feel me? We're not gonna tolerate that. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna tolerate that. So just be aware. Keep your head on a swivel.
All right.
You know?
Bro, so
Yeah,
I went on a date.
What happened? I don't like seeing shorty.
Wow, your little brother.
Okay, grandma.
What is this?
Okay, grandma. Grandma, even grandma.
So you could go then when qualification now okay. I wanna understand. Graduated and where's okay, so then as guy goes like
Yes.
blew out to say
Her son.
Your
son-in-law.
how to do that forever? You still young. Future high motivo future how the more mama kangashona one day because of lento in life.
Grandma was showing them cakes off earlier, wasn't she?
Hi, that's so. It's fine. Mina lenda baleni ayikho into kanje umuntu omntana ngicabeke lo mntana ayikho into yakhe ngithe mina ngiyamnceda guys labona ke rekitse le mama ona ntho etsa lang ke le my brother o setse mo dibonong but ha ona ntho ka etsa ke le lady blue ke try lo bona re street journal ke mo thusa ke o ha batho but ha ona
grandma.
What is this?
Grandma something how about you ladies
it's fine. So you could go then when qualification now okay. I wanna graduated and where's okay, so then as guy goes like in animal 70 point 12. Lady blew out to say street channel.
Yeah. They definitely yeah, I mean Not American soil. Yo, Granny was packing though, wasn't she? Granny was packing though, right? Oh, here we go with the Knicks. I'd have burned my Knicks jacket tonight. Oh yeah, he out on the block with it. He want the lappy outside. He wilding. Where he at? He in Southwest? What? Shit, when I get off this live, I'm gonna hear what you talking about. I want to hear that. Look, he vibing. Look, he bought the equipment outside in the rain. He wilding. He must got money to get more. He got that. I could get more money. I mean, yo, hey, he brave dude, yo. I wouldn't just neglect my shit like that, though. My man in the streets, in the rain. Okay, D Flames, huh? Yeah, when we done this live, I'm gonna check you out. Come check the boy out. Primo. Oh, he with the young boy. He with the young boy TC. Young boy like he on some Nas shit. You feel me? Young boy on some Nas shit. He rap better than a lot of you guys. You feel me? Especially rap better than you dudes that be trying to criticize. And y'all don't rhyme at all. He definitely do it better than y'all. He a young boy. Like he like Floyd. Floyd was boxing when he was like 5. Since a baby, you know what I mean? So look at it. He's rapping since he's a baby right now. You feel me? Young man. He only gonna get better. He stay on his craft. He only gonna get better. And then he already got a legendary, you know what I'm saying? Top 5 dead or alive. You know what I mean? Houston's home. DJ Premier. Well, you know, by way of Houston. He definitely got them ties down south, as most of us do. But yeah, Primo's that guy, yo. We just seen Pete Rock earlier in the live broadcast. Those are my 2 go-tos. Top tier. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, new entries in the top tier, in my opinion, is, you know, you got your guys like Alchemist. You got Kanye, he a top tier guy. Dr. Dre, definitely a top tier guy. Though I think a lot of his shit is like, you know what I'm saying? Is he sampled from some big dogs. You know what I'm saying? And you know it takes some money to clear them types of samples. So he got a lot of pull. Like, you know what I mean? He can get a lot of, if he decide to sample, he probably get whatever he want. You know what I mean? And make shit happen where he can get it cleared and get paid off of it. You know what I'm saying? Probably with mostly all y'all heavyweights that I'm putting in the top tier. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, he in that top tier, but I'm not always on Dre's sound. Because like me personally, I know a Dre sound from like the first Chronic album. But after, the Chronic, he started doing more projects like for Snoop, Dog Pound. Really, Dog Pound did their own shit. You know what I mean? Dre probably stepped in here and there, but you know what I mean? Daz, he a hell of a producer. You know what I'm saying? Daz a hell of a producer. And I gotta look more into his discography for real, for real. You know what I mean? Before I like stow him in my top tier. But at the same time, you know what I mean, he got this new Smith and Wesson album coming out. One track I heard from that joint sound tough. Maybe 2 tracks I heard off of that joint. 1 or 2. But that joint sound tough. So just know Daz got a nice spot between the top and the second tier with me. You know what I'm saying? No shade. Because he a legend. I got who I got in there, top tier. Knife Wonder, definitely top tier. And I respect the fact that Knife Wonder admitted to being the laptop boy. You know what I'm saying? Like he would piece everything up on the door, which is nothing wrong with that. If you got the eye game like that to take the song and write it right there on the waves, then yeah, go ahead, do that. But I like the fact that he put that in the universe because I see he doing crazy things with the NPCs now. He building beats in less than 10 minutes. Forgot the name of that show where he had to blindfold himself, pick samples out of the store, the vinyl store, brought them back to the crib, saw what he grabbed, and then he flipped them Jones, chopped them, arranged them, threw some bass lines, some drums. And there's a lot of rules to the game, you know. Some samples come already equipped with drums, but there's ways to, play your instruments along with the original instruments on the sample. So yeah. But not the backtrack, you know what I mean? Primo, one of them guys. You know what I'm saying? Definitely gotta have a discussion about him. One of them long discussions about top 10s, top 20s in the production field. You know what I'm saying? Definitely something that gotta be discussed. And we're gonna do it here, Midnight Express style. Not tonight, but we're gonna touch on it here and there. But like, yeah, Primo is definitely one of them ones. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna keep my top tier at that for now. You know what I mean? Can't forget Timberland. Swizz, I'm gonna lock him in right there. Because I'm gonna make the list and I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna make the list and I'm gonna post it. And this is just producers. You talking MCs, that's a whole nother ball game. The producer criteria is way easier for me because I can listen and I can be objective. You know what I'm saying? Easier than I can with somebody spitting poetry, lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Real hard shit. You know what I mean? Talking that talk shit. You feel me? It's all about what you like when it comes to bars. That's a subjective, matter right there. So, we're gonna set our criteria for all of that. He said that's how bad he won a championship. I will punch you in the face to get the championship. That's how he said it. He said, I will punch you in your face to get this championship. You know what I'm saying? That's real talk, real spit. Yeah. TC, he He talking that talk. You know what I mean? He got a nice amount of little rhymes right now. He only getting better. You know what I'm saying? Shorty spitting. She probably saying something crazy. Who knows? She look confident though. She like she talking that shit though. Don't you do it. I'll kill you. Blood spill ya. You know how I do it. I'm on the chessboard. I'm the queen. You a bean. I get you out of here for a bean. Yeah. Okay. Metacal. He still meth still make it cool. He still make it cool around. You know what I'm saying? What we got here? Oh, he giving it a business. Somebody always try and give a lesson at the end of that shit. Thoughts encrypted, emerging through. Time collapses when I tap my raps. Black hole spinning backwards on the axis. Hieroglyphics, the oracle. Who this? A plus? This soul's a mischief? Is that A plus? Hieroglyphics. 360 tour, 2026. Okay. He's talking that, you know what I mean? He was talking that tough. Yeah, that's how we coming in. That's how we coming in, though. Yeah. What? What? That's what we do. But show them the grills. That joint was crazy. That's art. That's art. That's art. That's art, yo. Can't tell me nothing different. What you gonna tell me about art? I'm telling you that that's art. What y'all gonna tell me? Nothing. What y'all gonna tell me about it? That's what I believe is art, yo. Can't tell me nothing else. The fuck is y'all talking about? Can't tell me nothing else. Great art, yo. From back, see what book that was he had. Put a zoom on that, you feel me? What kind of book was that? You know? But we all have our own taste. We have our own taste in things. You know what I mean? For me, this is art, yo. It's an art form. Like gallery type art. The original man. You know the plan. All I know is the streets. Most of these other dudes is sweet. They some rats plus they whack. They let that info leak. I keep my bars up to par and my moves discreet. I'm in the cut and I'm drinking cheap liquor because I'm a cheap nigga. Think about robbing me in the streets. You wasted heat, nigga. I'm in the trap again. There's no rapping then. I keep that stash going long because I'm an African. 9 out of 10 of your raps, they make me laugh again. So do the math again. I get it crackling. M. Dot, and I'm all about $1, cuz. I'm in the park where the sharks taste a lot of blood. I'm in the booth dropping gems like a clumsy thief. I spit bricks that'll shatter your teeth. Politics for that math in the streets. Blowing lots of bud. Cutting up on the track like a doctor does. Then I'm out. I gotta stay on that paper route. Back to the tales of a hustler, try and make it out. If not, then the guns come out. Blend in with the night till the sun come out. We've been running through that paper since Random House. I give a what about your ends, player? I lost count. I keep my own in suspense. So what's the rapping about? He couldn't be satisfied till he clapped in the mouth. If it's slow on the top, I'm making moves down south. I'm that light to the roaches, I'll move them out. If the club get rowdy, I'll box my way out. I was schooled as a buck, learned never to show fear. America's nightmare, never knowing to fight fair. Wolves in the cut, and they laying you right there. Don't fuck with him, because he moving with hardware. My hood is the shit. You can smell it, the cashier. Old school Chevy, and the guts is cashmere. Said he was the king. I looked around and said, where? Aim for his crown. Fast forward to next year. So who the king now? Off the rebound. Yeah. Something light. Jumping my poet bag. What else we got going on in the world? We do got some of that mugga mean. You know what I mean? We definitely got some of that mugga mean. It's the university, you feel me? Muktube University. Y'all see it. That American flag is vicious. Vicious American flag when they join. Yep. Y'all see what it is. What I got on the resume? What I got on the resume? Nigga whole pick right there. That joint crazy, right? That joint crazy, right? Let him knock down like 3 threes like that, man. Hey, funky cats though.
Niggas stop saying I lost, so I start punching you on the fucking mouth for bucking the quarter fresh out of water. But aiming a rocket with change in my pocket. Chick, look, Taliban, strictly diamonds.
You know what I mean?
Like Flint. I'm talking about, yeah, and like, Flint, man.
Throwbacks.
US all the way to Japan. Get the booze much hotter than saunas. Spitting heat, blowing those of the ganja. Get a drop up, niggas, I'm on ya. My whole hood couldn't wait any longer. Get the booze much hotter than saunas. Spitting heat, blowing those of the ganja. Get a drop up, niggas, I'm on ya. My whole hood couldn't wait any longer. No need for the shoes when you shine with the words. Lush green, low ices when you shop in the burbs. Rockin' iron neck, racing most cutthroats. Grade A choke in the lungs from my blunt smokes. Little pools fired up its under for marksman. Scorpion, sharp bang out like a scorpion. Sparking, L after L, now we spittin' retarded. I'm that car blind waiting and I'm feeling the spark shit. Know your spot to spit the beats like you shouldn't have started. Notebooks filled with them jewels and charted. Ill thoughts spilling, flowing over the margins. Lame rappers get drilled, trying to step in the sergeant. Best in the game, and I'm hardly bragging. Stabbing honeys like Jack the Ripper and drag them. Tag them, they bag them like a player, imagine. Trying to spit quotes out of the dungeon dragon. Get the booth much out of the saunas. Spitting heat, blowing those in the ganja. We get a drop up, niggas, I'm on ya. My whole hood couldn't wait any longer. Get the booth much out of the saunas. Spitting heat, blowing those in the ganja.
So many.
All right.
Yeah. They're doing a recap. Got that frankincense. Gonna spark that in the air. You know what I mean? Get the gens from out of the area. You know, get them on this side and that side. Don't run. Just stay on the side. But don't run. You know? Where I put that blaze at? Right here. Joker got busted in the nose earlier. He had a bead of blood on the bridge of his nose. It looked like he went through a war. Oh, this is on snap, crackling, and popping. You did. The snap, crackling, and popping. All right, there we go. Turn this shit off. See what's going on with this war. They got it on TV, like you can watch the war also on your Fire Stick. It's weird. TSA lines at some airports looking crazy. That's the word on the streets. I mean, why are folks traveling right now though? Like they don't know that shit is hectic in the world. You feel me? What's the dilly? People just don't know how to sit still. It's a lot going on over there in the Middle East. Yet a lot of people are still on and off planes, going back and forth from there to over here. Got a couple severe storms down in the south, huh? Oh, they got tornadoes. Yeah. And that shit shooting up to the Midwest. Well, yeah, I forget they get a lot of tornadoes through there. Severe risk, damage and wind, large hail, few tornadoes. Okay, Ginger. She breaking this shit down. Oh yeah, that was crazy. Students did a prank on their teacher and got him struck fatally. And I wonder what they saying, what their parents saying. How you gonna pull a prank on your teacher, get him killed, and then nobody's enraged, huh? Crazy. Dang. They said they tried to render aid. Jaden Ryan Wallace. Damn, that's vicious. All white kids. A prank is not a malicious act. That's what they're saying. What? They gonna drop all criminal charges? For real? Hold on. Yeah, that don't sound right. They talking about dropping all the charges on kids that pulled the prank on their teacher, their beloved teacher. Could somebody please explain to me how that works? They're not going to press charges after them students pulled a prank and got this teacher killed? You mean to tell me you don't know what Chinese spare ribs are? Well, let me show you, man. See if I can find that John. They bugging. He ain't pressing no charges. I don't believe it. Teacher killed, prank gone wrong, huh? That's the word, right? This Midnight Express, y'all. We deal with the real. This is the New York Post. All right, let me show y'all. You know what I mean? This is wild, yo. Chosen for you. Yeah. All right, so what we got here. Let me X that out. I'm not clicking nowhere. Damn cookies, man. Get that out of there. Okay, she want to drop the charges. I mean, look, if that's how you feel, holler at the DA. See if the DA. See if the DA gonna rock. Because if you like it, I love it. So you got enough paper to bury your husband, to move on, and you know what I mean, continue life on without him, pay for the mortgage or whatever the case may be. You could do all of that. You know what I mean? More power to you, yo. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you at all. You know what I'm saying? What? Yeah, we're gonna have to check that out. Matter of fact, and they showed a picture of that shorty that tried to kill Rihanna. Bust shots all up in her crib. That shit was wild. All right, so this must be the ball. This must be the ball. We're gonna let the Mac do his thing. You feel me?
The wife of the high school teacher killed in a horrific prank gone wrong is begging for all charges to be dropped against the students involved, saying her husband loved them and was excited to join them in the prank. 5 teenagers were arrested after teacher Jason Hughes, 40, was run over when he slipped and fell outside his home in Gainesville, Georgia, while chasing them for covering his front yard in toilet paper as part of a prank war that had been a school tradition for years. The father of 2 wasn't trying to angrily confront them but was excited and waiting to catch them in the act. His wife, Laura, told the New York Times.
Yo, she trying to save him. But that's neither here nor there. Because her husband gone now. You know what I'm saying? Condolences to her and her family. He looked like a good guy. You know what I'm saying? He looked like a good fella. You know what I'm saying? Like a well-to-do type of guy. Here's the cat that allegedly ended the life of this guy. Jason Hughes says he was run over after he slipped and fell into the street while trying to confront teenagers who were playing a prank on him. I mean, I'm trying to envision it in my head, but why should I? It's tragic. Some tragic shit. Let's keep it a buck. Can we do that? Can we do that? Can we keep it a buck? Can we keep it a buck? That right there. Can we keep it a buck? He wasn't supposed to die, but he did. And his wife forgives the driver. The young kid, one of the students at the school, he's 18, Jayton Wallace, allegedly fatally ran over teacher Jason Hughes in a prank gone wrong. That's the Hale County Sheriff's Office. That's their words, not mine. That's their words. That's the prank. Don't look like much. Some toilet paper around the tree. I mean, it happens every year, right? Same tree every year? I don't know. Jason Hughes' home was covered in toilet paper after teenagers played a prank on him. And that's per Instagram. Let's get a quick zoom on that. Okay. Nice crib. How Rick James said it. Nice couch, nigga. I mean, but yeah, nice crib. They came over here, putting toilet paper around a tree. They say this is a yearly prank. I mean, they kids, they having fun. Would y'all say that? I don't know. That's his family. Man, leave behind 2 sons. What about the sons? Because the mom about to drop all charges. That's what she wanted to do. This picture per GoFundMe. The accident came hours after school officials warned juniors and seniors to end the annual prank war because students had taken things too far in previous years.
Our hearts are broken. Jason Hughes was a loving husband, a devoted father, a passionate teacher, mentor, and coach who was loved and respected by students and colleagues. The school district said in a statement to the outlet, "He gave so much to so many in numerous ways. Our hearts and prayers go out to his wife and family."
How's the sons going to take it? How are they taking it? Pause. Maybe they're showing them forgiveness. Maybe that's it. Comment section. Let's see what the peoples think. You know? Because how Meek said, girls going wild. We ain't judging, no. They ain't on trial. That frankincense. Let me see what Roger Kent. Let's see what Roger Kent has to say.
Roger Kint 16 hours ago. The family's gesture is the epitome of love and forgiveness. I hope the teenagers realize the beauty of their request and go on to lead meaningful lives. I also hope the man's family receives grace and comfort from above.
All right. Canadian Juliet Echo Foxtrot says,
Canadian Juliet Echo Foxtrot 16 hours ago. The family takes forgiveness, kindness and grace to a whole new level.
Okay. Next, we got None Your Business. With a name like that, let's see. With a handle like that, let's see.
None your business 17 hours ago. I have tremendous respect for that woman, and it sounds like her husband must have been a really good man. I hope her wishes are honored and that those kids live the rest of their lives accordingly and appropriately grateful, and pay it forward 1,000 times over.
I mean, that'll mean you had to check in on them. A few years down the line, you know, a lot of visiting to the mom. She looked pretty young, though. You know what I mean? I ain't speculating nothing, but you know that kid that accidentally hit him. You know what I mean? He 18. You know? And it's just a grim reality that, you know, they said that to stop the pranks because they went too far years before that. You know what I'm saying? But they still did it anyway. And the wife is willing to forgive. I guess she didn't know that they stopped the pranks or that the school district said, yo, we got to stop this. You know what I mean? Like Howard Beale. He had something to say also. See what Howard has to say.
Howard Beale 13 hours ago. I agree. Nobody thought for a second that night that something like this would happen. Just a terrible accident.
See, it's not dumb that it happened to, but I understand. I get it. But we're gonna see who we got. We're gonna see who we got in the building, though. You feel me? Because everybody is not robots. Everybody don't think the same. Everybody don't feel the same, you know? Johnny Morin. We're gonna get the pulse, you know what I mean, of the peoples.
Johnny Morin 17 hours ago. They didn't run away. They tried to render aid. I bet there's video footage of everything due to the increase of personal security camera systems. At worst, if he's charged, it should be vehicular manslaughter as there was no intent to run him over. It's a tragedy not just for the wife of the victim or the teenagers' families but for the entire community. To think these kids probably loved this teacher and were literally months away from starting college is truly heartbreaking to say the least.
I mean, I hear you. And you using the word love, like, you know, I can sense it. I can sense it. Kind of, sort of from the wife. The love. She must love them kids. But they're not kids. They're not kids. They're not kids. They're young adults. You know what I mean? Adolescents. You know, somewhere between the range of 16 and 18. You know. But It's not really up for me to decide what a kid is for y'all. That's at your own, your own discretion. Okay. Who's this guy? DRC?
DRC last 16 hours ago. The DA needs to be looked at for him to press such charges. Something wrong with that person. No judge should allow this terrible miscarriage of justice to happen. Dismiss now with prejudice.
His hand dismissed with prejudice. I guess that's the call, huh? Peter Z. Peter Z chimed in, and he says,
Peter Z, 16 hours ago, this was a terrible accident. These kids have already suffered enough. Let it go. This is not the state's business.
Okay. Whoa. Oh, he said more. He said more. This kid said more. Hold on, he said more. Sorry, y'all. Let me highlight all of it. Let me highlight all. Peter Z. Let's revisit Peter Z. Extended version.
Peter Z, 16 hours ago, this was a terrible accident. These kids have already suffered enough. Let it go. This is not the state's business. I'll bet if the kids were POC, they'd have walked by now.
What? What? What do you mean by that? Yo, this guy, look. We gonna keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? Because if you can't keep it a buck, you know what I mean, don't come around me. You know what I'm saying? Don't come around me if you can't keep it a buck. Don't come around me. Don't come nowhere around me if you can't keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? Now, Peter Z says, I'll bet if the kids were POC, they'd have walked by now. What the fuck does that mean? You know what I mean? He didn't pull the card. I know I didn't. You know what I'm saying? But we all different. We all different. We all different. But he got some kickback though. He got some kickback though. TMC Jen.
Jin, 16 hours ago, you have no clue how our judicial system works. None.
Peter Z answered back. All right, so yeah, they had a back and forth right here. Yeah. So we're gonna rock the whole thing. We're gonna bring it back to Peter Z. Bring it down to TMC Jen, back to Peter Z, and over to Banshee. All right, this is a nice little thread right here. Hold on. It's a little thread right here. It's a husky thread. All right, so let's run it down. Peter Z on down. All right. Peter Z, TMC Jim, Banshee, the last Banshee. We're gonna put all the stats in there, and then we're gonna rock it.
Peter Z. 16 hours ago, this was a terrible accident. These kids have already suffered enough. Let it go. This is not the state's business. I'll bet if the kids were POC, they'd have walked by now. Reply 31 share. Have no clue how our judicial system works. None. Reply 13 share. Peter Z. 16 hours ago, well, why don't you educate us? You won't, because you know that the local DA doesn't have enough evidence to charge any crime here. All of the evidence points to a tragic accident. The driver wasn't being reckless. He was driving away. There was no intent, no motive. You're just a troll, angry face with horns. See more. Reply 6 share. Banshee 13 hours ago, replying to Peter Z. Manslaughter doesn't need intent. It just needs reckless disregard for another person's safety. When a man dies like this, there must be an accounting. Laws protect us from emotion. Reply 1 share 1. Reply show 2 more. Replies Banshee 13 hours ago, an accident is when you run over a dog in the street. These kids went looking for trouble and found it, and I disagree about the colors involved here. Reply 2 share.
Okay, I see. Yeah, so they had a little back and forth here, and a lot of it is out of context right now because I'm trying to, backtrack. I see was a whole bunch of replies, and Peter Z had more to say even on this part. You know what I'm saying? But Peter Z, Peter Z pulled that race card, that color card, early in the game. You know what I mean? But like I said, we all different. But I don't think he had to take it there though. He had to take it there. So we're gonna run him back one more time. One more again, y'all. One more again. All right.
Peter Z. 16 hours ago, this was a terrible accident. These kids have already suffered enough. Let it go. This is not the state's business. I'll bet if the kids were POC, they'd have walked by now. Reply 31 share. Jin 16 hours ago, you have no clue how our judicial system works. None. Reply 13 share. Peter Z. 16 hours ago, well, why don't you educate us? You won't, because you know that the local DA doesn't have enough evidence to charge any crime here. All of the evidence points to a tragic accident. The driver wasn't being reckless. He was driving away. There was no intent, no motive. You're just a troll, angry face with horns. Reply 6 share. Banshee 13 hours ago, replying to Peter Z. Manslaughter doesn't need intent. It just needs reckless disregard for another person's safety. When a man dies like this, there must be an accounting. Laws protect us from emotion. Reply 1 share 1. Reply Jin 11 hours ago, replying to Peter Z. Intent is not the only culpable mental state in committing crimes or breaking the law. It was a crash, not an accident technically. The culpable mental state was recklessness. The driver's actions violated the law. As such, he was charged. As it was a homicide, the DA is the only one who See more. Reply share Ajay 8 hours ago, replying to Peter Z. Mr. Peter sir, charges must be filed because of what has happened here. Littering on someone's property is a crime and led to what appears to be the homeowner's accidental death. This is for the courts to sort out, no matter what the wife wants. It's not as simple as it looks. And what about the C? See more. Reply share Banshee 14 hours ago, an accident is when you run over a dog in the street. These kids went looking for trouble and found it, and I disagree about the colors involved here. Reply to share.
Yeah, that was a firecracker. No pun intended. You know what I'm saying? But Peter Z, man, yeah, I mean, you outnumbered in that thread right there, man. And I'm pretty sure it's all about your opening remarks on there. You know what I'm saying? With the POC references. But that's neither here nor there. John Foe. He chimed in.
John Foe 14 hours ago, pranks have been conducted for the ages. This one tragically. They need to be accountable, but not these charges.
Okay. He said they need to be accountable, but not for the charges that they're facing. And mind you, y'all, it was like 4 kids, 4 or 5 maybe. In this post, I haven't seen them show a picture of all of the kids that were involved. Just this one kid right here. They only showing him. Yeah, I mean, he looked old in the face too, like, but he 18. You know what I mean? Muscles on the face. You know what I'm saying? That's the guy who was driving the car that's truck. That guy. And this is him with his wife, Georgia Bulldogs. All right, so she looked pretty young, you know what I'm saying? He 40, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if he older than her, but you know what I'm saying? They go to Suns. I mean, he looked like he was the man of the town. Everybody respected him. So I don't see nothing wrong with her wanting that type of closure, you know, but other people say otherwise. His husband, those are his sons. If the sons are cool with it, then I say the mom is like, she could be in the clear. But I don't know. That's their dad, you know what I mean? That's their dad, their father. You know? He gone. He ain't coming back. Donna U.S. gold coins.
Danos gold coins 12 hours ago. I agree, Johnny. Unless there is information not yet revealed. The police have overcharged this young man. I hope they seriously consider the wishes of the family of the teacher who tragically lost his life and reduce or dismiss these charges against all the teenagers. So far, it sounds like a terrible tragedy.
A lot of people want the state to just dismiss everything. You know? That's the word.
Mike's did him 9 hours ago. I would lay odds that the charges will be reduced before it hits court and a minimal, if any, punishment imposed. Gumbo Yaya 16 hours ago. At least they didn't drag him down the street like the ones here in New Orleans did to a lady they jacked, killing her, ripped her arm off when she became entangled in the seatbelt, then pled not guilty.
I don't know what that means, but we can go look at that story too. And this is a reply to that one from Incontentia Buttocks. That sounds like a troll name. This is what they say after Gumbo Yaya.
Incontinentia Buttocks 16 hours ago. Different demographic.
They say different demographic. So they're obviously not white. Basically what they're saying to each other in this thread with the comparison. We see the games being played, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Banshee back in the comments. Matter of fact, look like Banshee been doing a little bit of setting the record straight on here, you know what I mean? Not letting a lot of these people, play that race card. You know? I'm reading the verbiage.
Gumbo Yaya 16 hours ago, at least they didn't drag him down the street like the ones here in New Orleans did to a lady they jacked, killing her, ripped her arm off when she became entangled in the seatbelt, then pled not guilty. Reply 27 sharing Continentia buttocks 16 hours ago, different demographic. Reply 13 shared Banshee 14 hours ago, excuse me, but he was running away when he ran that man over. Yes, they stopped after, as required by law. No ribbons for stopping after they killed him.
Okay. So basically, Banshee is saying, excuse me, but he was running away when he ran that man over. Yes, they stopped after, as required by law. Yeah, so if you do hit somebody, you are supposed to stop there. You can't flee. You know what I'm saying? It's required by law. Banshee says it with an exclamation at the end. So you know Banshee's serious. No ribbons for stopping after they killed him. Point saying, just because you stopped, you don't get rewarded. You don't get any leniency for stopping. You're supposed to. It's the law. You know? So kudos to Banshee for not, making this comment section one-sided. Because like I said, everybody different. Everybody don't want the same thing. Everybody does not want the same thing.
Right-minded 1:15 hours ago, this is a clear manslaughter, unintentionally causing the death of another human being. Charge the driver at minimum. His kids lost their father over nonsense. Good grief. Is there consequences for anybody anymore?
Okay. Right-minded one spoke their mind. Big Cheese says,
Big Cheese 17 hours ago, let's hope the kid doesn't have a Trump bumper sticker, or he's a goner.
I don't know what that means, but here we go with the identity politics. Y'all make me sick, yo. Big Cheese, you make me sick, yo. Yep. Sydney Fife says, didn't take long for someone to win today's contest. I guess that's directed at Big Cheese. They're waiting for the first identity politics type beat to get laid. Okay. Devin Bourne. Let's see what Devin Bourne talking about. What you talking about, Dev?
Devin Bourne 14 hours ago, shouldn't he have had life insurance just in case he died of a car crash or heart attack?
All right. Captain Obvious. Are you asking or are you telling us?
At FUD 16 hours ago, the wife is as dumb as so-called pranksters.
Okay. ABC FUD says the wife is as dumb as so-called pranksters. Yeah, man, there's a link there, yo. I ain't trying to speculate or nothing like that, but I'm gonna keep on saying that. There's a link there. You feel me? Women don't like to lose nothing like that. And that dude looked like he took care of her, man. Whether she took care of him or not, that's to be, discussed on another time. But it looked like he took care of his family, you know what I'm saying? They was dressed up nice and sharp on their picture. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he was a well-to-do type guy, you know what I'm saying? He was making some good money. Even though I've heard stories about teachers not making much money through my experiences of hearing about the profession of teaching, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, ABC FUD says the wife is as dumb as so-called pranksters. I wouldn't necessarily call her dumb because there's a motive behind her not wanting to press charges on this kid. You know what I mean? That's her with her husband, now deceased, Jason and Laura Hughes. You know what I mean? This is a Facebook pic. Look, they all up in her Facebook, you feel me? Now we know her full name, Laura Palmer Hughes. You know what I'm saying? So the maiden name is known. You know what I'm saying? The full name is known. Laura Palmer Hughes. Yo, she a young, you know what I mean? She young in the face, you know what I mean? He kind of young in the face. He was only 40. You know what I'm saying? 40, he just got in the 40s. Like, you know what I mean? He young. Don't let nobody tell y'all nothing different. Yo, 40 is young. You in the middle of everything. You know what I'm saying? 30 ain't in the middle. You a young boy, 30-year-old. You a young boy. Not trying to hear all that. You a young boy. Face it, you're young. Embrace that. Because when you're not young anymore, you'll be wishing you were. And you'll be wishing you could turn that clock back. But that's for that's for fictional books. You know what I'm saying? Time machines and shit like that. But yeah. Youngsters, yo. You like it about maybe 11, 12. A youngster here, probably like 8, 9. You know what I mean? So let's do the math. You 40. She got to be about maybe 40 or maybe 36. Maybe 36. 38. 34. You know what I'm saying? Cougar status. She's cougar status. She's a cougar. Now. You know what I mean? Look at the two youngins. How they feel about it, yo? That's they pops. That's they pops. That's they pops. She want to drop the charges. She want to drop the charges. Shorty right here. She want to drop the charges, y'all. But what about them? What about the two boys? Huh? What about the boys? What about the boys? Look, that's what they came over to your crib to do. I wonder where the boys was at when this was happening. Did they see the people outside? The way they looking through the windows? Did they try to tell their dad and he came outside? Or maybe the mom. Here go the guy. Youngster. Think he's a hot rod at the school or something? What do he look like to you? You a hot rod? Look like he capable of pulling a cougar? You know? She don't want to press charge no more, but he gone. He's gone. And I'm looking at him like a good dude, yo. Might have been his birthday on this pic. Hey, like a good dude, yo. So they're saying he came outside like, oh, those little rascals, I'm going to get them. You know? I don't know. Because somebody did invade his castle where him and his queen and his sons, his princes, they all stay there. He must maintain the integrity of that crib and let no one come and disrespect their domain. You know what I'm saying? But it happened. It happened. He got to protect that. And he came out to protect that. But the narrative is saying that he knew that it was the boys. He knew that it was the boys. That's what they're saying. He knew that it was the boys. Them boys. So if he knew it was them boys and he was ready to play the game with them, what was he going to do? You know what I'm saying? What was he going to do? And how the fuck would he run in the street or fall in the street? I mean, you in front of your castle, bruh. You're in front of your castle. How much in the world is fucking with that? What in the world can fuck with that? A man in front of his own castle, defending, protecting, and providing. Providing food, clothes, and shelter to his family. What made him go outside to play along with this kid and the rest of the boys? And I think it was one girl with him. The boys. Was that girl his girlfriend? Was it one of the other guys in the group girlfriend? They don't got no pictures of him and his buddies. I don't see any pictures of him and his buddies at all. I don't see him. Yeah, this is another one we got to touch on too, them real estate brokers. Sex trafficking. But that's neither here nor there. That's on another day. Okay. Inappropriate relationships. That happens. But yo, I'm trying to tell y'all something though. Let me get this joint off the screen, dog. They're always trying to give me an ad that I don't cared for. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. This bullshit keep popping up. All right, so wife of teacher killed in prank gone wrong makes astonishingly generous call after teen's arrest. All right, so he was arrested.
And
Damn ads. Showing you the same thing over and over again. This is all part of the game. Part of that good old algorithm, huh? Huh? Yeah.
In a prank gone wrong, with heartbreaking details continuing to emerge about the horrific accident. Late into the night of Friday, March 6, 5 students went to the home of their school's math teacher, Jason Hughes, and covered the front lawn with toilet paper as part of a prank war that had been a school tradition for years. Around 11:40 p.m., the educator stepped out of the home as the students made their getaway by car before he tripped and fell into the road, which was slick from rain, and was accidentally run over. The horrified teens stopped to check on the 40-year-old math teacher and provided first aid until emergency responders arrived and transported him to the hospital, where he died from his injuries. The teen driver, Jaden Wallace, age 18, is facing up to 15 years behind bars after police charged him with vehicular homicide in the teacher's death. Wallace's accused co-pranksters, Elijah Owens, Aiden Hux, Anna Catherine Luque, and Ariana Cruz, all 18, were also arrested outside Hughes's home and charged with criminal trespass and littering. However, Hughes's family believes that charging the students would only be a separate tragedy rather than justice being served. According to his wife, Laura, the family fully supports getting the charges dropped for all involved, so as not to ruin the lives of the students whom her husband loved, she told the New York Times. The grieving widow, who is also a math teacher at North Hall High School, explained the father of two wasn't trying to angrily confront the students, but had been excitedly expecting them and was waiting to catch them in the act, she told the outlet. The couple's Gainesville home had been the target of the annual junior-senior prank war at the school in years prior, in which another group of students came to his Gainesville home and covered the front lawn with toilet paper. The house is a clear target for the prank war, given the teachers' homes were worth 2 points, according to last year's rule set, and both Jason and Laura were teachers at the school. Students were said to lose points if they were caught by the teacher, possibly explaining why Hughes was eager to chase after them. One North Hall student told Fox 5 Atlanta that she was in utter disbelief upon hearing of the teacher's death.
This can't be real. Like this, there's no way this happened. I just saw him this week, and I mean, I went to take a test and I borrowed a Chromebook from his room. There's no way this is happening.
The incident occurred just hours after the Hall County School District called on seniors and juniors to end the prank war tradition, urging students to refrain from participating in any activities that may cause harm or destruction to property. After news of the beloved teacher's death went viral, a fundraiser for the family has more than tripled its $75,000 goal, raising more than $200,000 to help cover expenses and college funds for the Hughes' 2 young boys. The school district remembered Hughes as a loving husband, a devoted father, a passionate teacher, mentor, and coach who was loved and respected by students and colleagues.
Hey, yo, look. We'll keep it 100 with y'all, yo.
Well, a little birdie told me rates are taking a dip, which means that dream home won't be there forever.
Keep it 100 with y'all, yo. He got 2 sons, only 40 years old. She want to drop the charges. on a prank gone wrong. They got point systems for these pranks. But previously, I told y'all, the school didn't want any more of the pranks. They wanted to end it because of previous years of pranks that went overboard. You know what I'm saying? Like, who gonna pound cake that now that he gone? Because what we seen earlier, them young boys was at parties, beers. You know what I'm saying? Like they were living the young life. You feel me? They were living the young life. The youthful life. But ain't none of them 21. So you taking pictures and somebody got a Coors Light in their hand. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying all of them drink. I'm not saying any of them drink. But you're around it. It's a possibility that some of them do drink. And to go out and pull pranks like that, right? Are they doing it sober? Out of the love of the pranks near the end of the school year? You know, it's about to be spring break, you know what I mean? So if their spring break ain't ruined, you just gotta stay tuned. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. You know? See what happens. Cause somebody gonna be knocking that off. You might hate it, but yo, that's the truth, yo. Who gonna be knocking that off though? You know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling. It's my guys. Prank gone wrong. As soon as I type that in, this is at the top of the list. This is the algorithm, y'all. As soon as I typed it in. Throw toilet paper at his trees. Sound crazy, right? What love got to do with running that man over with that car? Two vehicles.
Prank war that had been a school tradition for years. Around 11:40 p.m., the educator stepped out of the home as the students made their getaway by car before he tripped and fell into the road, which was slick from rain, and was accidentally run over. The horrified teens stopped to check on the 40-year-old math teacher and provided first aid until emergency responders arrived and transported him to the hospital, where he died from his injuries. The teen driver, Jaden Wallace, age 18, is facing up to 15 years behind bars after police charged him with vehicular homicide in the teacher's death. Wallace's accused co-pranksters, Elijah Owens, Aiden Hux, Anna Catherine Luque, and Ariana Cruz, all 18, were also arrested outside Hughes's home and charged with criminal trespass and littering. However, Hughes's family believes that charging the students would only be a separate tragedy rather than justice being served. According to his wife, Laura, the family fully supports getting the charges dropped for all involved, so as not to ruin the lives of the students whom her husband loved, she told the New York Times. The grieving widow, who is also a math teacher at North Hall High School, explained the father of two wasn't trying to angrily confront the students, but had been excitedly expecting them and was waiting to catch them in the act, she told the outlet. The couple's Gainesville home had been the target of the annual junior-senior prank war at the school in years prior, in which another group of students came to his Gainesville home and covered the front lawn with toilet paper. The house is a clear target for the prank war, given the teachers' homes were worth 2 points, according to last year's rule set, and both Jason and Laura were teachers at the school. Students were said to lose points if they were caught by the teacher, possibly explaining why Hughes was eager to chase after them. One North Hall student told Fox 5 Atlanta that she was in utter disbelief upon hearing of the teacher's death.
This can't be real. Like this, there's no way this happened. I just saw him this week, and I mean, I went to take a test and I borrowed a Chromebook from his room. There's no way this is happening.
The incident occurred just hours after the Hall County School District called on seniors and juniors to end the prank war tradition, urging students to refrain from participating in any activities that may cause harm or destruction to property. After news of the beloved teacher's death went viral, a fundraiser for the family has more than tripled its $75,000 goal, raising more than $200,000 to help cover expenses and college funds for the Hughes' two young boys. The school district remembered Hughes as a loving husband, a devoted father, a passionate teacher, mentor, and coach who was loved and respected by students and colleagues.
Why they're blurring their faces out now, I don't know. But it's crazy.
A Georgia high school teacher.
Teenager. Yeah. That's all I typed in. Frank gone wrong. That's the algorithm. I mean, but you know, we're gonna wrap that up though. Slide back for another one. You know what I mean? Midnight Express, what we doing? You know what I mean? Knicks look like ass. Went to La La Land and did an 0-2 number. 0-2 number 2 over in La La. You know what I mean? Y'all better get it together, Knicks. But till then, you know what I mean? Y'all keep your heads on the swivel. Stay dangerous. Love your mom, your pops, your sisters, and your brothers. You know what I mean? And slide back with your boy. You know what I mean? See what we doing.